The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of its hosts, guests, or callers, and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors.
Hello, everyone. This is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM. My name is Jen Glockner. I am the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the city of Pittsfield. We've got some amazing artists in the studio with us today representing the Clocktower Artists. We have Mark, Joanie, and Shany. Three of how many artists there now? 11. Three of 11 artists. I'm not going to do the fraction or the percentage of that.
No.
3 of 11 of the artists of the Clocktower Artists. So the Clocktower Artists are at 75 South Church Street. This is a somewhat new initiative. It's on the 3rd floor. And we are so excited that you are hosting all kinds of events these days. Part of First Friday's Arts Walk. You have the Holiday Open Studios coming up. Let's talk about the Holiday Open Studios.
Sure. So, like you said, we are a really new collective of artists. And what we want to do for the community is open our doors and invite people in to take a look at how we work and look at our work. And this Holiday Open Studios is hopefully one of many, sort of quarterly open studios that we'll do. It's going to happen for 3 days, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're joining forces with Pittsfield's First Friday Arts Walk on Friday and open from 5 to 8 p.m. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're open from 10 to 4. And everybody's invited. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your kids. This is supposed to be, really a nice way to spend a creative afternoon with artists in your community. And, we've been working pretty hard to decorate the area that we're in. So it's and we haven't posted anything about it, so it's going to be a surprise. But it's very cheery in there. That's all I have to say. It's going to be super fun, and there's going to be, lots of art, lots of gifts, lots of
music.
Oh, that's right. How can I forget? So Milltown actually partnered up with us this time, and they put together an agenda for us. We've got live musicians coming in every 2 hours. So we have musicians on Friday night, and then 10, 12, and 2 on Saturday and Sunday. We've got musicians going on. And
that's so awesome. I saw music from Andy Kelly and Friends on Friday night, and then Saturday includes Melissa Britton, Benny Cohn, Dave Brown, Dave Christopoulos, and more. Yay for Milltown, Andy Warba. Anytime you say Milltown, you say Andy Warba.
We love him, yes, and we can't be any more thankful for having musicians there. I just think it just adds to that lively, cheery holiday mood, and we are creatives and we love it, and hopefully people will enjoy the time being there.
It's so awesome. The Clocktower Artists is at 75 South Church Street on the 3rd floor. So Joanie, walk us through. You walk into the main part of the building, and to the right is the Berkshire Eagle, and then the elevator is right there.
Straight ahead, and push that button for the 3rd floor.
Go closer to the microphone, please.
The 3rd floor is where the Artists Collective is. And to the left, when you get off the elevator, there's double doors. You'll see it, and you'll know that's the place to enter. And straight ahead, there are about 6 or 7 studios straight down a hallway. And it goes around in a large circle, and it's, how can I...
It's a big open warehouse
space. It's like a football field, basically.
Yeah. But it's so cool how they retrofitted. So there was this big open space, and then they took the space and chopped it up into artist studios. By they, who is they?
It's CT Management and
Okay,
Andy Carver
CT
owns the
Management.
building.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. CT
Yeah,
Management
they did
is
an amazing job.
And
Yeah.
it's so awesome that they took, those used to be offices, cubicles, all of the above, and they said, we are going to commit this to be artist studios, and they're open for more.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
It is
Yep.
stunning.
It's
we
so
have
been
great.
wildly successful. You know, the word has gone out among artists, and everybody who sees it goes, "Wow, I got to have a studio
That's
here."
so great. We are obviously pro arts. We are the Office of Cultural Development, and we are housed at the Liechtenstein Center for the Arts, which has 9 artist studios. And there's New Arts in Pittsfield as well. So it's so awesome to add to the arts community and to the artist studios. We get calls all the time about artist studios in Pittsfield and what's available. And I have a waiting list for the Liechtenstein. I know there's a couple available at New Arts, and so now we've added the Clocktower to the list, which is so awesome. So it is a really cool vibe. I did visit Joanie and Shany's studio, and when you walk in, it's just the energy is awesome. You can feel the artist's energy,
Yeah, it's
and
fun.
there were only 2 of you there that day.
Oh
I
gosh!
think.
And
So-
it's going to be it's going to be a lively bunch this
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
It
It's gonna
really
be amazing.
is.
And the studios are kind of all around. So in the middle is where the liveliness will happen.
Where the music will
live
happen
music,
and
Yep. We've got-
celebrations.
Yeah, and
celebrations.
it's amazing because we have 11 artists now. There's room for anywhere between, I would say, 3 and 5 more artists to join our space. CT Management is expanding into another part of the warehouse, and I think they've got 5 more studios planned. So they do go quickly, as you can imagine, because you have a waiting list over at your spot. But it's been incredible. Every month we're adding 1 or 2 more artists to the group, and we are just delighted to be working together on these open
great.
studios.
It's so great. Once again, we are talking to 3 of the artists from the Clocktower Artists Studios at 75 South Church Street. This is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield. Bev Prentice is operating the board as always. This open studio 3-day, you're going to be exhausted by Sunday. This
will be.
3-day event at the Clocktower Studios is one of a gazillion events happening over the course of the next several weeks in Pittsfield. Downtown Pittsfield, Inc., Cultural Pittsfield, the artist community, the retail community have really all come together to put on an amazing list of events. We sent out a holiday happenings last week, and we will be posting this often on our social media channels of all the things happening. Hancock Holiday Nights is happening December 1st through the 31st. Of course, the tree lighting ceremony is in person again, December 2nd. We're thrilled that we're doing the wreath art auction again in person on Friday, December 2nd, part of First Friday's Arts Walk. Bev Prentice is one of the artists that made a wreath. We've got about almost 50 artists. The Springside Greenhouse Group is a huge part of it. So you come, you can get a cash and carry wreath, grab one and go, or there's about 10 that will be up for auction, and that's where it gets a little feisty. A little feisty. But it's all good, and all of the money goes to the South Congregational Food Pantry.
Nice.
So it's so great. There's other things happening in Elf Invasion Pub Crawl. Locations include Patrick's Pub, Flatburger Society, 101 Restaurant, Thistle and Mirth, and Methuselah and Lounge. That is very exciting. Santa will come to the Beacon Cinema on Saturday, December 3rd. Holiday Kids Paint and Sip on December 3rd. There's something called Splashmas, which is an underwater event at the Berkshire Family YMCA in Pittsfield. Visit with an underwater scuba diving Santa and participate in kayaking, canoeing, and underwater Christmas tree decorating.
Is anybody invited to that?
Yeah, it's open
Yeah.
to the public. Out of the pool, there
Oh,
will
my
also be
word.
cookie and wreath decorating and
Wow, that's
refreshments.
great.
But so fun. And then throughout the month of December, there's beer and carols over at the Zion Lutheran Church on December 8th. another Christmas concert on December 9th, a holiday door swag workshop on December 10th, lots of events at the Colonial Theater, Come Home for the Holidays, a family concert on December 18th. The Art of Hanukkah is on December 18th. Holiday lights at Arrowhead. And then the Women of Color Giving Circle is inviting all of us to celebrate Kwanzaa on December 29th. So literally throughout the month of December, we have all of this stuff happening. The Shindy is coming back on December 10th, and there's an event in downtown Pittsfield called Mingle and Jingle on December 17th. The Jingle Bell Run from the Berkshire Running Center is also on December 17th.
Wow.
So this is just so amazing. And people say, wow, I can't believe all that's going on. But it is all out there. You can do any or all of it. You don't have to commit to doing all of
Get
it.
an award if you do.
There is an award.
And spirited Pittsfieldian.
Yes, always. And I did just see, speaking of Andy Warba and Milltown, that they announced that the A Very Warba Christmas is going to be at Bosque's Lift restaurant
great.
on Monday, December 12th.
Oh, that's
I'll be
awesome.
there.
So
That's
that'll be
great.
fun. You can make reservations for that. And of course, there's live music. And Andy Warba and Milltown have been keeping the Monday Night Jazz series alive, hopping from place to place, Methuselah, Dottie's, Flatburger Society, then Lift at Bosque. So
Amazing.
it's all good.
Can
It's
you
all
tell
good.
us again when the underwater Christmas tree?
Oh yeah,
trimming-
you're going to go to that, aren't you, Mark?
Well, I've been to so many underwater Christmas tree trimmings, but I'm always up for one more.
You are always up. I don't know if you can make it because it might be during I think it's Saturday, December 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah, it is December 3rd. You might have to sneak out of your
Might have to
open
sneak out.
studios and go to that. Visit with an underwater scuba diving Santa Claus and participate in kayaking, canoeing, and underwater Christmas tree decorating
gosh,
at the
that's great.
Berkshire Family
That
YMCA
sounds like a hoot.
on North Street for sure.
Do you have to get in the water?
No, there will be activities outside of the water. So no, you do not
You don't
have
have to
to.
bring your bathing suit.
You do not
And your
have to
scuba
get
gear.
it. And you can just watch Santa. That might be even more fun to stand there and watch.
Stay dry.
Yeah, lots to do. Anyway, lots to do. We have all of this on our Love Pittsfield website and on social media as well. We are Cultural Pittsfield on Instagram and Facebook, and the Clocktower Artists are on social media as well.
Yes.
You are on Facebook as Clocktower Artists and Instagram as the Clocktower Artists.
That's right.
So follow along for all of the
yes.
all of the things happening. Once again, we're talking to Mark, Joanie, and Shany from the Clocktower Artists Collaborative. All of the artists at the Clocktower, there are now 11 of them, are so excited to be a part of the activities. There are open studios from December 2nd through 4th, Friday 5 to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 10 to 4. Can you name the, you have it right there, Shany.
do,
Can you
yes.
name the artists in the Clocktower Artists?
Yes.
Thank you.
These are,
Debbie's first.
yeah. Oh, Debbie,
She's not on that one.
Oh, Deb Carter's there now.
Deb Carter,
Carter's
yeah.
there,
So
too.
if you've seen our flyers around town, we've got the list of the artists as we were a month ago when we printed out these flyers, but we've now acquired more artists. So
awesome.
2 new artists, Deb Carter, who upcycles, anything and everything to make them into beautiful fashion art dresses.
Potato chip dress.
It's
That is
incredible.
an example. She makes a dress out of potato chips and
Don't get
wine
hungry.
corks.
Oh, everything.
Remember that? And her daughter,
Everything.
who is quite stealth, wear the dresses. I don't know if I personally would wear the dress because I don't think it would fit on me, but there are models that can wear the dress.
Yes.
There was
And in fact, she's having a model at our open studio.
there was a
walking
wonderful
around.
woman
Yeah.
in Lenox
Yeah.
when she was there modeling. I remember seeing that
Yeah,
on social
stunning.
media. Oh, stunning. So
That's stunning.
she upcycles anything from potato chip bags to wine corks. And
Just so you know, I will not be wearing.
Oh,
one of
thank
her
you.
No,
dresses.
we're actually
Yeah.
thankful for that. Yes.
Mark Mellinger will not. We're going to say this out loud. He will not be modeling any of Deb Carter's
Sorry to disappoint my fans.
clothing. Okay, so Deb Carter,
Yep, and then
obviously.
we also are have been recently joined by Stacey Healy, and then Bruce Laird is our next one up, and then on the south side we've got Mark Mellinger's studio, Joanie Chioffi's studio. Is that it?
Linda.
And Linda Petrocini, yes, an encaustic
good.
painter. So we're very happy to have south side of the building filled up. And then on the north side of the floor, we've got Sally Tiska Rice, who is famous around these parts. And,
She is.
And then we've got Marion Grant, Caroline Kelly, Eileen Richard, and me.
So
And-
11 artists total so far
Yes,
in
yes.
the Clocktower Artists at 75 South Church Street on the third floor. As Joni was describing earlier, you literally walk into the building, the Berkshire Eagle is to your right, go to the elevator, press 3, and then go up to the third floor, and you will see for these open studios the party. You will hear
You
the
will
party.
hear the party. You might even smell the party. I don't know.
You will have all of the senses of the party. And these open studios in this setting are just so awesome because they're literally open studios. I love the idea and concept of open studios because you see the artists in the studio and you can ask them anything about their art. Like, whoa, how'd you come up with this?
Yeah. What's the strangest question we've gotten in this
Oh, that's a good
studio? That's a
question.
good question because I know I've gotten some strange ones, but not
What is
anything
the
really
strangest?
wacky. I mean, for me, it's really about what is that material that I'm using to paint with? Because I don't use I use acrylic paints for the most part, but I don't use them in the traditional sense. And so some people think it's wax, some people think it's encaustic, some people think it's sometimes oil paints, so that's not
that's a
too
good
That's not too wacky,
No,
but
but
it is a
that's
good
a good
question to ask.
question, yeah.
It's a good one.
And I think it's always interesting to see because often in open studios there are pieces in the works. And so
Absolutely.
that's
For
my
sure.
favorite, to see them up on an easel and then you're like, wow, that's how you do this. Like
Yes.
I see the end piece coming.
And some
You
of
get
us
to see how
will
bad it
actually
is
be
at first.
working while the show's going on just because it's hard to sit there in your studio and
Well, you should be
just
working,
sit and
right?
not work.
And not
yeah.
work.
And then if people come in and talk, you talk. I think that's the idea of open studios. If you can work during and then stop and chat and then work and then stop and chat. It's all good. The concept of the Clocktower Artists Open Studio is very cool because the studios all surround the center. So you can have the party in the center and then work in your studios and come out to party as needed.
Yeah, no, I like that actually. It's probably pretty entertaining, and it's a big open space too. So I know some folks still want to wear masks indoors, and we take all kinds, people.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a big open space, which is nice. So you don't have to feel like it's going to be too crowded.
Right.
So it's going to be a good place to hang out for a couple of hours and enjoy yourself.
And these open studios are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, you're going to be exhausted. Friday, 5 to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's live music throughout and merriment of all kinds throughout the whole weekend. And more information is on lovepittsfield.com, but you also have a wonderful website, clocktowerartists.com, clocktowerartists.com. You can find more information about this, but about these studios in general, because CT Management is saying there are more studios available. So if there are artists out there listening to this, then please inquire. CT Management would love to hear from you. And they are doing a great job of retrofitting. I don't know if that's the right term, but I think it is. All of the spaces, because when you walk into that space, it used to be this office area and it looked so much better. It doesn't look corporate-y at all. It's and they're adding more and more funk to it all the time.
It's also going to be renovated, the interior space, which will be the party space, as they're all built out, that will also be renovated. So we're kind of still in stages. It's still in the inception
It's still in
of
progress.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still in progress.
It's stay calm and flexible mode.
As
we all are.
We have to practice patience for sure.
Stay calm and flexible. And we're mentioning all of these events throughout the month of December. And we will say, in this time of still uncertainty, you do what you are comfortable with. I will say, for events that we're involved with, we are happy to set up individual appointments. And this is a good thing to mention, too. If you're not comfortable going into crowds yet, call or contact the Clocktower Artists Collaborative, and you will be available for individual appointments.
Absolutely.
Specific.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the doors are open. It's a nice, corporate building from that respect. The doors are open to the public from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But if you want to go into an artist studio, the best thing to do is to get in touch with us. Clocktowerartists.com actually has each one of us listed individually, and the best way to reach out to us, and then we can we can just schedule individual appointments. We've had people even request almost an open studios for themselves and say, we're in town for 2 hours. Can we go look at all the studios at once? And we try to pull it together for even those wacky requests.
Yeah, that's awesome. We had two couples stop in simultaneously, and I texted you and said, are you over there? Because they were from out of town, and we happened to be there and had all this beautiful art on the wall, and they were very happy to see it. But I do love the Pittsfield art community because we are up for doing that. If someone wants an individual appointment and we can help make it happen, we will.
Yeah.
And if you come between, I guess it's like 8 and 3, you can even have a bite to eat, breakfast or lunch at the famous Biggins
Biggins is
which is
open
down on
there.
our
That's
lower
really
level.
exciting,
It's
right?
great.
We are so excited that they're there. Their food is amazing. They're so friendly. And, it doesn't matter if you have no time or you have a lot of time. You can get whatever you need and go, don't go hungry. It's yummy.
that was an awesome move to have Biggins Diggins in the clock tower for sure. Once again, we are talking to 3 of the 11 artists of the Clocktower Artists Studios at 75 South Church Street on the 3rd floor in Pittsfield. They are part of Open Studios September 2nd through 4th. All part of the First Friday's Arts Walk, which is Friday, December 2nd, Friday, December 2nd. First Friday's Arts Walk. The tree lighting is back in person at Park Square. The wreath art auction is back in person at the Lichtenstein Center for the Arts, with the proceeds going to the South Congregational Church Food Pantry. Lots of other things happening during First Friday's Arts Walk, including openings of all kinds. And that weekend is officially called the Festive Frolic, with activities throughout the weekend involving Santa Claus, Holiday Kids Paint and Sip, Splash Miss. Splash Miss. Who thought of that name? That's the underwater scuba diving Santa Claus, and kayaking, canoeing, and underwater Christmas tree decorating at the Berkshire Family YMCA. Lots of activities throughout the month, as we've mentioned. Carols of the Bells, Beer and Carols. Berkshire Lyric presents a concert on December 9th. A holiday door swag workshop on December 10th. 2 events at the Colonial Theater, including Come Home for the Holidays on December 18th. The Art of Hanukkah on December 18th. Holiday lights at Arrowhead. Also holiday lights at Hancock Shaker Village throughout the month. So many things happening. And while we're talking about all of the things, we do want to encourage everyone to shop local. We haven't even mentioned that. So these open studios at the Clock Tower, and featuring 11 artists, there will be things for sale.
Absolutely.
Sure thing.
And often these things for sale, for example, a tote, which I bought myself, not for Christmas or for any holiday.
I know.
Those are awesome Christmas or holiday presents of any kind. So please think of that as you're going through all of these events. The Berkshire Museum, the Hancock Shaker Village, they all have great gift shops. Absolutely. Pittsfield has very good retailers. There's the Mingle and Jingle happening on Saturday, December 17th, and the Jingle Bell Run at Berkshire Running Center. The Mingle and Jingle is throughout downtown with pop-up markets at different locations. So all of these opportunities are so great for shopping local and giving some love to the Pittsfield retail and artist community. There are so many things. This is what I try to do throughout the year, but specifically during the holiday season. In my head, I think of something and I say, oh, this is the first reaction. I'm going to go online and look this up. But then I say, oh, wait, where can I get this item in Pittsfield or the Berkshires? And 95% of the time, there's somewhere you can get it locally instead of pressing buy now.
Yep.
So
skip the shipping.
It's hard to program that into your head because it might be a little more work to get in your car and go somewhere, but it's also really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, people
And things are unique.
Yeah,
You know,
people are friendly. It's
Right.
nice. They might even help you if you need help with a specific something. So, what are some things that are going to be for sale during these holiday open studios?
Can I say a plug for our great artists? If people are used to exorbitant art prices in New York and Soho and Boston galleries, the artists in the Clocktower are on the same level. This is really top-notch, serious professional art, and we've got a range of prices from I've got some tiny $3 paintings on cardboard up to $6,000 large triptychs.
Yep.
So there's going to be things for every budget.
There's something for everyone, and give the gift of art
Yep. We
this
also
holiday season.
We have artsy gifts as well. So for this particular open studio, a lot of the artists have decided to offer artsy gifts. So it's anything that they've created on their own or that they've printed their own images onto goods, like the tote that you mentioned earlier. And that's pretty cool because you're not going to find that anywhere else. This is the uniqueness of the items that are going to be available. And some of it might be fun and some of it might be more serious, but I think there is something for everyone. The variety of artists that are there, go from landscape painters, portrait painters, abstract painters, so on and so forth. So whatever floats your boat, it's probably going to be there.
There is something for everyone, for sure. So all of this information that we're talking about is out there. So if you're tuning in and say, oh my gosh, what is happening? There's lots of events happening. LovePittsfield.com. Follow us on social media, Cultural Pittsfield or Cultural Pittsfield Mass on Instagram. The Clocktower Artists have a great website called clocktowerartists.com, and they are also on social media, Clocktower Artists on Facebook and the Clocktower Artists on Instagram. Downtown Pittsfield Inc. is doing just a stellar job. Kim Gritman and Rebecca Breen. Kim Gritman is the marketing coordinator there. She is sharing all of the things, and then we in turn share all of the things about the activities happening throughout Pittsfield. And of course, the tree lighting ceremony is Friday, December 2nd. That is also a City of Pittsfield initiative. Becky Manship is rocking that. And the wreath art auction is Friday, December 2nd as well. All proceeds go to the South Congregational Food Pantry. Lots of amazing things happening in the city of Pittsfield. And we really are so appreciative. It feels like this season we're back. This is the first time we've done the wreath art auction in person in a couple of years. Open studios are happening. Holiday shopping is back. Stores are open. So again, do what you feel comfortable, but contact the organizations if you're not comfortable in crowds, because most of them are willing and wanting to do whatever is comfortable for you. If you feel comfortable wearing a mask, please wear a mask. Isn't that just amazing that now no one cares if you wear a mask?
No.
Do what you're comfortable with.
Absolutely.
So if you want to wear a mask, please wear a mask. Do what you are comfortable with, because that is the world that we are in right now, right?
Right.
And Bev Prentice made a wreath. We're very thankful. We have just about 50 wreaths total. All artists of all kinds have made these wreaths. Mostly the Springside Greenhouse group has come together to make the wreaths, which are so beautiful. The Liechtenstein Center for the Arts smells like a Christmas tree when we walk in on Friday, December 2nd. So we're very thankful for that. All right. Thanks so much. Mark, Joanie, and Shany, 3 of the 11 artists represented at the Clocktower Artists Studios, 75 South Church Street on the 3rd floor. Again, all of this information is on lovepittsfield.com. Inquire about any of it that you need to. All right. Have a lovely holiday season, everyone.
Thank
You
you for
too,
having
Jen.
us.
Thank you for
Thanks
this
having us.
opportunity.
Thanks so much, Jen.
Thanks, Bev.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see you there.